And hello fellow takers, Space Bandit here with another episode of World of Tanks. And today guys, I got for you 3 Top Gun replays. Again, nothing spectacular, not extreme or epic damage kind of games, but all 3 games are Top Gun, so I decided to compile it all together into one video and show it to you guys. There's some exciting pieces in each video, so I hope you're gonna enjoy that regardless of the result and not excessive damage. But first game we have in T-54E1. I don't know if I posted this tank on my channel. Probably haven't posted this tank on my channel. Actually, I don't have it no more. I don't know, this tank for me was tough grind. It was really tough grind before I got my T-57 Heavy, so I decided to get rid of it. But this will show you potential of the autoloaders. So as you can see on in this game, we got kind of surrounded on top of the hill, and my team was kind of stagnant. They didn't want to move here, so I basically came up here. I said, you know what, let's attack, let's attack. Basically told them I had a full clip. Let's unload the clip into these guys and get them out of the game. So that's exactly what you should do. You should look at the advantage, the tank advantage at any given point in time, especially with autoloader. You have this damage potential and you can pull your team behind you, and that's exactly what I've done here. So we're gonna try to come around this E5 right here. Hopefully he can miss a shot, but I got hit by something else that was sitting down on the bottom of the hill. So this E5 is doing the right thing. He's actually dropping here because he doesn't want, I don't know, 3 or 4 guns pointing at him. But I don't care at this point. I'm gonna come out. The main priority here is to take him out and get him out of the game, so we can bring this game a little bit closer. So we take him out. Light tank puts 1 shell into me, and unfortunately E75 gets in the way, so I can't get out. But just like that, we got the game a lot closer than it was before. So we are team destruction mode actually, so most of the team basically in this game went up and took the hill early, but the opposing team took the field, so we were basically stuck on top of the hill with being surrounded from both sides. But we had so many tanks on top of the hill, it was easy for us to kind of focus either one flank or the other. So that's why winning hill on here is so important. And right now I actually got lucky here poking out, because that waffle was looking in this direction before, but my timing was perfect. When I poked out, he was already in, so I managed to take him out. I put 1 shot into the T-54 lightweight, and right now I don't want to risk any more losing any more hit points. I'm waiting for my heavy tanks to engage. As you guys know, light tanks are extremely difficult to deal with, so I really don't want to deal with them at this point in time, but I want to play this support role. So my heavy armored vehicles are there trying to engage, so I'm going to try to do is be sneaky, come around from the other side and get rid of this T-54 lightweight. That was a thorn in my side for portions of this game. So just like that, we got ourselves 5th kill, and we really didn't do anything at the beginning of the game. Honestly, we were just hanging around on top of the hill and trying to, you know, get some shots across the field, very unsuccessfully. And all of a sudden, through that push, we got 13th hit of damage and we got 5 kills. So only 2 of enemy tanks remaining, and just like that, we basically managed to pull it off. Again, stressing importance of the hill on Himmelsdorf, especially in a team destruction mode. I think this is very important, because you could defend both sides easily, and it's hard for the Reds to actually, you know, encroach into that area once you win it and lose the field. I think you can still win the game. So here I'm just looking for my 6th kill, so I'm trying to predict whether the heavy tank is gonna still be alive, but it looks like he's gonna get taken out. So now my only chance to get my Top Gun is to try to get this light tank out of the game. I can see him on the map kind of scooting through this area here, and I get pushed by the E5, but I maintain my position, I aim, and I take him out for my 6th kill. So we end up with 14 penetrating hits, 6 kills, and a Top Gun medal. And a nice little combat victory. Nothing spectacular, but nice little combat victory. We lose some money because we were shooting a little bit of premium shells at the beginning. Only 3.4k damage, but mastery class 1, and we got our top gunmetal. Finished first on the team. 1638 base XP. Just pretty decent game. Again, nothing spectacular. So let's move on to the next game. So next game is on Fisherman's Bay. Again, it's a team and destruction mode, and as you notice, it's about 3 minutes into the game. Unfortunately, I went into my regular position around E6, but I couldn't get any shots across because it looks like the enemy team didn't even bother taking town. So once my team moved all through town, I found myself in this position here, actually trying to get shots across into the field for the guys that are still remaining in the field. So that's what we're gonna do here. We're gonna feast a little bit on these guys. So I was shooting T-32 earlier. Here we're gonna put some shots into this T-28 Proto. It's creating a nice crossfire for myself because they're looking at all those heavy tanks coming out of town at age 8 at this point in time, so I can easily get side shots into these guys. So we're using regular shells at this point. We don't need to use premium heat shells because we're shooting at sight of tanks. So we're gonna try to take this T-28 Proto out of the game, bring the game a little bit closer. Bounce the shots over there. Now don't count on this tank to bounce shots. Again, it's an okay tank. I've been playing it a little bit lately. I've been kind of enjoying it, so it's a good credit maker, believe it or not, even when you shoot heat rounds in this tank. So here I switched to heat to penetrate T-32's turret. I wanted to make sure I fully aimed and we take him out of the game. So game is 5-6 now. We brought it a little bit closer, but we lost the other side of the field, so I'm gonna try to switch my attention to the other side here, see if we can get some shots into the Tiger 1. And I think there are 2 Tiger 1s, one on this side and one on, and this is a hammer. Okay, hammer and a Tiger 1. But then I realized there's a medium tank crawling through the middle of the field, so we're gonna try to take a shot at him. But unfortunately, that gun sometimes could be a potato. I thought I was aiming pretty good, but then when I looked at the replay, it was very long way behind him. So we're gonna keep on focusing these guys in the field. Again, central position on this map is very good, like I mentioned to you, but my team unfortunately are dropping like flies, so we'll see what we can do here. We're gonna try to pull this game yet closer. We take the Panther out. Now we're gonna try to take this AMX out. He got tracked, so it was an easy shot for me. And just like that, we pick up our 5th kill. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna switch attention to the other side and try to, we gotta clean up at least one side. So here I notice we still have our heavy tank, and I think it's an IS-3 scooting down the K line. So I thought at this point we should probably try to clean this side first, and I see this light tank yellowing me here. At this point in time I was thinking to point my frontal armor towards him, but then I wanted to aim, so I took one shot at him. Then I decided, okay, forget about the light tank, let's take this T-25 out. We take him out of the game. And then I quickly wanted to make sure that Tigers are not on my behind. So that's what I'm doing here, is I'm checking my back. And I was actually considering poking out here and shooting him, but then I realized, okay, I got a light tank, he's gonna go after our artillery. So we're gonna try to go and chase him down a little bit, see if we can get him out of the game. And at the same time I try to keep this house between myself and the hammer, and obviously Tiger 1. So we're kind of low on numbers here. We only have myself remaining, the IS-3 that's deep in the field over there, and 2 artilleries. Unfortunately, our artilleries weren't very smart. They probably should have left a long time ago and changed position to where IS-3 is going at this point in time. They were just stagnant and sitting there. And I took a nice defensive position here, I thought. So I dropped back, and I was counting on my IS-3 to come back and help me out. So we're gonna ping him, we're gonna call for help, and see if he can actually come back and give us a hand dealing with these hammers. Well, Hammer and Tiger 1. So you can see me calling for help right here. And I'm really surprised at this point, because I was expecting these Tigers to be rolling through the open street over here, but I don't see them, so I don't know what's going on. I don't know where they went. So we're gonna try the other side of the building. And yeah, I don't see him again, so I don't really know what is going on. Now my IS-3 tells me that he's on his way, so I'm gonna try to delay as much as possible and try to maintain my hit points pool until he actually gets here, so he can help me out. Here we see the Tiger. Is it Tiger 1 or Hammer? I think it's, yeah, it's a Tiger 1. So we put a shell into him and we poke out here, and then we see more of them. Tiger 1 and a Tiger 2 that's relatively full health. So this is gonna be really difficult to pull off, guys. Here I took a shot at the Tiger, but unfortunately I bounced. The angle was too steep, and he actually managed to bounce that. And here, I was really upset. He's shooting premium ammo at me, obviously. But I actually hit his cupola, but I wasn't able to penetrate with standard shell. That was crazy. He would have been so much down in health at this point in time. I wouldn't have to worry about him, but because of that one shot, and that's why sometimes every shot is so important, guys. You gotta make sure all the shots count. Now, yeah, Artie. There Artie splashes me, but takes a little bit of damage off, so I'm basically a two-shot to a Hammer or a Tiger. But look what this IS-3 is doing. Instead of coming here and helping me, he went all the way around. And unfortunately, I got tracked there by Artie, and I thought I would have time to repair, because I thought there was only Tiger 1 in the direction I was looking from. But unfortunately, the Hammer showed up all of a sudden, and I should have used my repair kit. But that's the problem, guys. If you're cheap at clutch time and you don't want to use your premium shells, and the opposition is using them, and you don't want to use your repair kit, this is exactly what happens. So yeah, we're out of the game. If this IS-3 actually would have helped me, if he came on my side, we would have been able probably to hold off at least a couple of Tigers, or the Tiger and the Hammer, and then we would worry about Tiger 2. But because this happened, it wasn't meant to be, and he got taken out by the light tank. Okay, let's take a look at the post-game stats now. So unfortunately we weren't able to win the game, but we did manage to put up 2.9k damage, which is pretty nice result for this tank. Only a Mastery Class 2, but we have a Top Gun medal with 14 penetrating hits. Relatively decent game. We could have pulled this off. If the IS-3 would have helped me, and if we weren't cheap and used premium shells, I'm pretty sure we could have pulled this off. Vodka. Of course, Vodka ZZ Top. Only 1594 damage, unfortunately. So I couldn't expect much from this guy, I guess. So let's take a look at the last game of this evening. And we are in a third-person mode, unfortunately, guys, because I wasn't actually recording at the time. My apologies for that. But with KV2, you don't really need, I guess, first person, because you gotta get up close and personal with this tank in order to have any type of success. So we are on Cliff. We are in very good matchmaking because we're the top tier. And yeah, this is just a different shot just to show you the distribution of the teams and what everyone actually did in this game. So basically, the Reds gave up the whole one lane, which kind of played into my advantage, or into our advantage, because if you guys know this map, if the opposing team don't pay attention to 1-2 lanes, you can actually get yourself into position E3, where you can get shots across into tanks that are crossing in a D5, D6 area. So I took my opportunity and I basically scooted up here to see if I can get up close and personal with the tanks that are coming into E3 area. We don't have much of gun depression, so what we're gonna try to do is we're gonna try to kind of go up on a bit of an angle and see if we can get one of these customers and get him out of the game. So we're looking at the Stug here, but he pulls back, so we don't have a shot there. I see this STRV. I take a quick shot, but he hides, unfortunately. With the accuracy of this gun, that's what happens. And T-3488 penetrates me in the cheek of the turret. And that's what I was looking at, because at this tier with KV2, basically you have pretty good armor. Like if you're bottom tier, obviously you're not gonna have much success with bouncing shots, but if you're top tier, you can actually bounce some shots with KV2. But looks like this guy knows exactly where to shoot, so he's shooting just beside the manlet into my turret, and he manages to penetrate both shots, as you can see there. So if you ever face KV2, this is where you guys should be shooting. So this guy is doing a good job, but at this point in time I decided to disengage. The guy knows what he's doing. He obviously knows where to shoot me, so I'll let my friends deal with him, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna focus on the other side and take care of any of the guys that are coming through this way. So we can see this light tank approaching. I don't think I'm even... Actually, I'm just on a reload here right now, and just reloaded, so we managed to put a big shell into him, and we take him out of the game for our first kill. So now when we're on a reload, our friend has died. So I'm kind of checking out the situation, making sure that I'm okay through the backside, so that OI is not actually targeting me. This Stug is actually challenging me, and I didn't even shoot. He ran into me, and we just basically rammed him to death. So we take him out of the game for our second kill of the evening. And now what we're gonna do is try to concentrate our fire on this medium tank, the STRV. Luckily, he's not paying attention to us, and that's a bad proposition. If you are a bottom tier, you should always make sure KV2 is not staring in your face, because one shot and you're out. So here I'm just waiting for my aim for opportunistic shot, and once he runs into my aiming circle, then I pull the trigger and I take him out. As you can see, the loadout on this tank, and that's the way you should have it, always full HE, guys. Always full HE on KV2. Don't load any other shell types, because it doesn't make any sense. With this gun, with this damage potential, and even at bottom tier, you can splash people for pretty significant damage. So I suggest you only carry HE on this tank. So here I see side of the OI. I was hoping to take him out with one shot. Unfortunately, we don't manage to penetrate him, so we just put only about 300 damage. And here I could see this Ripper on trying to hit me in my turret. So what we're gonna try to do is use those tanks on the right side as cover, and we're gonna drop a little bit further so that he doesn't get any shots on me, and we're gonna try to take this OI out. Unfortunately, OI is doing a great job. He's hiding behind that hill, so we're gonna drop a little bit further, and I'm risking taking a hit here, but I don't care. I really want to take him out of the game, because we have only 2 tanks remaining, myself and another heavy tank, and there's 2 medium tanks remaining on the opposing team, plus artillery. So we're gonna turn around to face this Ripper now. See him coming down, and I'm not reloaded yet, but he decides to ram me, so sure, why not? I'll take the 5th kill of the evening. So now I'm loaded. I'm actually aiming at this Panzer IV, but he stops right when I shot, and unfortunately my shell goes on the right side, higher than his hull, on the right side of his turret. So unfortunately I miss him, but my friend comes back to aid, and he takes out the Panzer IV, but he gets taken out at the same time. And all of a sudden, it's 1v1 game. Now, this is going to be a bit tricky. Why? Because the remaining artillery is, I think it's a French artillery, but that artillery is very low profile, has very good view range, and me being, and has very good mobility. And me being a heavy tank with really crappy view range, with a really crappy gun, it's a tough proposition. So you can see me here, I was spotted. So I'm gonna hide behind the building, make sure that he doesn't see me. He cannot put a shell out into me. I know he's sitting somewhere in the... It's got to be close to the base. Somewhere in A3 area. That's what I was suspecting. Yet somebody pings the map at 8-1. And I know RD is not there, but it gives me an idea. Basically, I can use these houses as cover to get as close as possible to their base. So here I spot the AMX-13, but unfortunately that house was in the way. I couldn't actually hit him. So it was a dangerous position for me because he was able to hit me, most likely, yet I wouldn't be able to hit him. So here I'm still thinking, what should I do here? I was hoping I could spot him here, but unfortunately I get outspotted again. So I'm gonna hide behind the building again. And I'm thinking how to close the distance. First of all, I want to close the distance. Second, I don't want him to run away, because if he does run away, I'm going to have hell of a time chasing him down. And because of the fact that he can outspot me, even if I would go on cap and start capping, he could basically sit anywhere at E4, E5, spot me, and basically shoot me. So I really need to make sure I don't let him run away. So that's what I'm trying to do. I'm actually trying to cut the angle. I thought he was going to run off at this point around the right side here, and that was the first step, just to make sure that he's still there. And then I was thinking to myself, I can find proper position where I can climb up and get proper gun depression so I can take a shot at him. So here I spot him again, and very cautious here. I don't want to get shot, so I'm going to back off a little bit. I'm going to make him think that I'm actually scared of him. That's why I'm backing off. And once my sixth sense disappears, I decided to move over, and I tried to go through to the other side where this rock is, but he decides to move. So at this point in time, I really need to take him out. If I don't take him out here, he's going to take me out, go behind me. Yes, we take him out. Get him out of the game. We're clutch at the end. We finished the game with 7th penetrating shot and another top gun. So let's take a look at the post-game stats and see what we've done. So not a huge result, but we managed to kill 6 tanks. We put up 1739 damage. We made 37,000 credits. Pretty nice game. Mastery class 1. Pretty decent game in KV2. We finished on top of the team with 1517 base XP. Very fun tank to play. Very fun. I would recommend it any day, guys. If you have a chance, get your KV2, load it full HE, and go berserk. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Check out the guys in the description. Happy tanking. Until next time, Space Bandit, checking out.